Have you ever wondered if your words, your thoughts, and even the energy you project toward others could be shaping your life and the lives of those around you? Today, we're diving into a powerful story that shows the transformative impact of replacing negativity with blessings. It's a story that will make you rethink the way you speak, not just to others, but to yourself. Let me share this with you. It could change your life. There was a couple, both doctors, who had a son. This son brought them a great deal of worry, and eventually, he ran away from home. He had been out of contact for 3 to 4 long years. One day, during a consultation, the father, who was a doctor, opened up to a patient who happened to be a counselor. Desperate for advice, the father shared the pain he and his wife had been going through with their son. The counselor listened and then asked something that completely caught the father off guard. "How long have you been cursing your son?" The father was shocked. "Cursing?" he asked. "What do you mean by that?" The counselor explained. "Cursing doesn't mean shouting or using foul language. It means speaking ill of someone. What you just told me was all about the negative things your son has done. How long have you been speaking about him that way?" The father lowered his head, realizing that for years, all he had done was focus on his son's mistakes. He admitted, "I've been cursing him since he was born. I've never spoken kindly about him." The counselor nodded and replied, "And it hasn't worked, has it?" "No," the father said, "it hasn't." Then came the challenge. The counselor suggested, "For the next 2 months, stop cursing your son. Instead, every time you think of him or speak of him, focus on his good qualities. Bless him with your thoughts and words, no matter what." The father went home and shared the advice with his wife. They decided they had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So, they began to bless their son. Every day, they reminded themselves of his good points. They sent him love, kindness, and understanding in their thoughts, even though he was miles away. About 10 days later, something remarkable happened. The father was at home when the phone rang. It was their son. After years of silence, he called out of the blue saying, "Dad, I don't know why, but I've been thinking about you and Mum a lot lately. I just wanted to check in and see how you both are." The father was overjoyed. They talked for a few minutes before the father asked, "How about we meet for dinner this weekend?" The son agreed. When the weekend came, the father and son met. The son showed up wearing shabby clothes with long, messy hair, something that would have triggered the father's anger in the past. But this time was different. Instead of criticizing, the father greeted his son with warmth and acceptance. In his heart, he blessed him, choosing to see the good in him. They talked, and the father listened, affirming his son when he said something right. Toward the end of the dinner, the son looked up and said, "Dad, I don't know what's changed, but I've really enjoyed this time with you." The father, holding back tears, replied, "I've enjoyed it too, son." Then something even more incredible happened. The son asked, "Dad, could I stay the night at home? I'd love to see Mum and sleep in my old bed." Of course, the father said yes. Later that night, as the son lay in his childhood bed, the father came in. He sat down next to him and said, "Son, I've been unkind to you for many years. Can you forgive me?" Without hesitation, the son hugged his father and said, "Dad, I forgive you." In that moment, their relationship began to heal. But here's the real question. When did this reconciliation truly begin? It began when the father and mother stopped cursing their son with negativity and started blessing him with love and kindness. What we focus on grows. When we bless, we receive blessings. When we curse, we invite negativity. We reap what we sow. This story isn't just about a father and son. It's about all of us. How often do we curse ourselves with negative thoughts? How often do we criticize others instead of offering kindness? It's easy to fall into the habit of focusing on what's wrong but the real power comes when we start focusing on what's right. So I want to challenge you, just like that counselor challenged the doctor. For the next 2 weeks, replace every negative thought with a blessing. Instead of criticizing yourself or others, speak words of kindness and positivity. Watch what happens when you start planting seeds of blessing in your life. The most powerful moment is right now. The thoughts you choose, the words you speak, they're creating your future. Make the decision today to stop cursing and start blessing. Thank you for watching. If you found this message meaningful, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder of the power of their thoughts.